Hey guys, welcome back to JR14. Here we are with another video for today. And now, as you guys can see, Felipe is here, definitely working on the engine. And let's look at that, by the way. Look at that, it's completed. And before we get started with the video, this is the different merch that I do have. Cars are a lifestyle. If you guys want this hoodie right here, with the JR14 logo on the back, go ahead and look under this video right here and go into the description and you'll be able to pick the link of the buy the merch. Thank you. He should buy the merch. I'm sorry. It's been a long week. Get one. Go get one. Go get one, bro. Without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and check on the progress of the engine build for Project Mark 7. Let's go. As you guys can see, we have the full engine setup right here. So you do have the valve cover. Valve cover it's torqued and everything already?
Yeah, everything's up there.
Dang, Felipe's killing it, man. So we got, he cleaned up everything too. Look how nice my intake manifold look. It look brand new. Oh man, I remember when I had my first coolant leak. There was just coolant just sitting in here, all crusty and whatnot. He cleaned up everything. He got everything all cleaned up. Looks like everything's brand new. That's pretty dope. That's pretty cool. So update on some things. So he did the timing here. Well, maybe Felipe can explain it because this is my first time really looking at it. So
yeah, so this is a tool to lock the cams.
Okay.
So to lock it on time. You see here, the chain have to be a little more like bronze.
Okay.
And have a little dot in the sprocket.
Right.
So you see like this arrow? Right.
This one right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
That have to align the dot. Have to align with that one.
Okay.
And the other side, the dot.
That's to align with that little nipple right in there.
Nipple right there. Yeah.
Right in there. Yeah. Okay, got it.
So
okay.
You see, then if you have a running chain, you're gonna see it's gonna be easy for you because you see this sprocket underneath here. You have an arrow here. That tell you where the chain have to be.
Okay.
So here, right here, too. This is for the balance shaft timing.
Okay.
Right here under that. The little dot right here.
Okay.
Right there. The most easy thing to check is like the dot have to be aligning with the bolt. So
gotcha.
The dot and the bolt, and here too, the dot and the bolt right there.
Okay.
So, and the Mark 6 GTI is different. You don't have the arrows right here, so you have to measure it with a caliper.
Okay.
It has to be the distance from the guide to the sprocket and the sprocket.
Okay.
The distance.
Sweet. All right. So I mean, this guy pretty much. Damn, Felipe. I'm so happy. I'm not gonna lie. Thank you, Ade, for the lighting.
The oil pump don't have it's not timed, but you can put it. They have a mark in the chain, so you can put it in.
Okay. So that's the only thing that's not in time yet is the oil pump.
No. It don't have to be.
Oh, it doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. So sweet. You use that same Nissan silicone, huh?
Yeah.
I'm teasing. Okay. So hey, as long as it seals, which he says it will, I'm not gonna have no problems.
I mean, I have put this silicone on a GTI. It was like 3 years ago, and
It's not leaking still.
So,
okay.
And all the time that I do is.
Hey, I mean, bro, we've come this far. I kind of have no point to just.
I put silicone on the head too, so I'm kidding.
What? It's like you didn't have to do that. So, and also a lot of you guys are pretty much trying to reference this. This is the wastegate inside of the turbo. God, look at the size of that turbo. You know what's so funny? Like, oh man, I'm going to put a clip. I'm going to try to see if I can find a clip of the stock IS-20 housing on the turbine on the exhaust side for a regular conventional IS-20 and IS-38. And you're going to see why I'm going to say, Jesus Christ, look how big the turbine is, this L500. So that's all put together. What he did was, he was smart about it. He actually went ahead and marked where the actuator was before, took it apart, and then re-threaded it to the exact point. Now, I believe he left the bolt loose just in case if we need to do some adjusting when the turbo's back in the car. So that's the actuator right here that is being reused. He's still having everything covered up. The good thing about what he did here was when he every time you see this big plastic bag right here, not the one that has all the coolant and the oil and stuff on the floor. I'm talking about this one. So whenever he was done with the engine, he would cover it back up so there was no dirt or anything as the engine was open. A lot of people are actually concerned about boost taps, and I'm actually going to explain a little bit about what's going on with that. So I'm going to give a special shout out to Billy Amberg of A2B Motorsports. They actually sell a kit for the AEM 5-bar sensor, which we're going to go over more once it's installed or once Felipe installs it. But as you guys see right here, this is actually detrimental to, it's bad for Mark 7s to run this spacer, because this actually spaces out the actual sensor out of the manifold. So when I'm getting the readings inside the car on my P3 boost gauge of intake air temperatures, they're incorrect. I knew that when installing this, but I know I had nothing to worry about due to the fact that I already have an upgraded intercooler. Doesn't mind that anyway, but I'm going to be taking this out. So once I give him the new part, he's going to actually be doing a conventional boost tap right here. Now, I was trying to find a little bit of information on how to actually do the boost tap, and there was no information on the Precision Motorsports one. So Billy Amberg at A2B Motorsport actually sells a full kit, which includes the Precision Raceworks boost tap, the AEM 5-bar sensor, which screws directly into the boost tap, another vacuum, not this, but a vacuum that will run from in the car to one of the lines, one of the ports on the boost tap, so I can still run the boost in the gauge. And this way I'm able to read boost pressure over 30 PSI. Also another one of these sensors, but it's not this one. This one's just going to be strictly used for temp. The one on after the throttle body, which is this right here. So there's a pipe that comes down, and right about here would be a sensor. So that is a 4-bar temp sensor that we're also, not a 4-bar temp sensor. It's a 4-bar map sensor that we're going to be, a put sensor that we're going to be using on the car as well, to make sure that the car and the tuner can read anything over 30 PSI on the car. Hi, Junior. And it's Gio. Everyone's kind of over it now. Me. I can feel that a little bit. No, but these guys are cool though, and it's just crazy how he just put it all together. You said you were 24, right? It's insane. I'm 30. I can't even. You
30?
Yes, I'm old, bro. I'm 30 years old. Yeah, I'm 30. I'm 30, bro.
You 30?
I'm 30 years old.
I thought you were 22.
I'm an 89 baby, yeah.
I thought you were 22.
No, I ain't no 22. I wish I was making the type of money in 22. Oh, man. So also a lot of you guys were also wondering, what am I running as far as like a diverter valve? I just completely deleted it. And actually I'm using a conventional, oh, not a conventional, but a true blow-off setup from Forge Motorsport. But, so all you have to do is, you did the valve cover already. Cylinder head, turbo install. So the only thing you gotta do is flip it over, put the oil pan on.
Grenade. Run.
Yeah.
You put tension.
Oh, that was the tension. Okay, so now it has tension. So I'm a little quiet today because it's kind of like it's actually getting finished, and I'm anxious. I'm excited. I'm anxious. These guys have done a great job with making sure everything's everything, and and they let me see the whole process, which was really amazing. Now, shout out a lot to you guys, because you guys have definitely been hitting this man up to try to get price quotes on everything. Listen, I'd recommend that you continue doing that because of the fact that literally these guys do great work. As you can see, I completely trust them with something as extensive as that being.
Make sure they know how to pay for that.
There you go. Yeah, word. That was literally from the heart. I didn't pay for that. They didn't tell me to say that, I don't recommend places. Hey. Oh man, Junior. Dang, Junior. It's okay. He's working on a Ford, so his life's not happy right now. But dang. So this is basically all new. Gio did mention that we had to order some things, which I knew about. That cam bridge, that thing here I was telling you about, unfortunately, we were not able to use the one off the cylinder head, and we were not able to use the one off of my old head due to the fact of the issues with these. So we didn't know this with first glance, but what were these called? The oil control valves on the for the camshafts. As you can see, they press in and push more, like they push in for what? Oil.
The oil pressure changes the direction of where the oil pressure flows.
There you go. See? Gio hates being on camera. I swear to you, hates being on camera. So these were seized on my old one, and they were slightly different. So you see how these are directly in the center? The ones on my old car will actually move these two dots a little further up. And that's they were kind of offset. It was weird. And we didn't want to use old stuff, especially with it mostly starving the head and causing an issue later on. So we decided to just use these off of the new, well, actually off of this cylinder head, and just buy a whole new cam bridge. Another reason why we couldn't use the existing cam bridge was so this is the first one. Yeah, this doesn't have, all right. So the problem was that there's the camshaft. Remember I showed you in the previous video how there was a lot of scorn. It did the same, a lot of shavings, metal shavings through the camshafts, and it did the same thing here. So this, unfortunately, is junk. Can't use that. The other one, which is this one. Now, I wasn't gonna mind the nick, but if you look closely, there's actually a hole in it. So I said, I'm not gonna use that at all. So that's junk, and that one came off of this car, and that's okay because when this head was on this old engine, when it got front end, it was a front end collision. It actually impacted and kind of nicked it on the side, which would be right here. So this is the new one right here.
Yes.
As you can see right here, I'm not going to touch it because he has a special silicone inside of the, Nah, I'm just playing. I didn't do that. He definitely has that inside the bearings already, inside the journals, because I believe these are also journals as well for the two camshafts. So that actually has grease on it. Not much left. There's a couple of gaskets. These are bolts for the oil pan. A bolt. I forgot what this gasket goes to, but it's another gasket. There's some O-rings still left here. The vacuum pump gasket. There's my fuel pump here because we still have to put an Autotech fuel pump in it. Now, in a later video, what you are going to find out is that I am changing the fuel pumps. This is the Autotech high volume fuel pump kit. This is for the high pressure fuel pump, which is just changing a piston, taking this apart. I believe you know there's a way that you take the piston out. You take the piston out, and then you go ahead and install the new piston in, and that's the high pressure fuel pump. The low pressure fuel pump, which is actually right here, will be a full dedicated installation video on Felipe installing this in the car. We'll probably install this later on, but this is so this kit right here includes all the necessary hardware. It also includes a new fuel, what is this, a fuel filter, the two drill bits that you're gonna need for drilling into the basket, all the hardware necessary to make this possible, and the two taps, and then also you have the fuel pump itself. So this, you could buy this from Precision Raceworks. This is a Walbro 525. The reason why I decided to go with a 525 instead of a 450 was because of the fact I didn't want to run out of fueling. Now, what I'm also going to do, as you guys have already known based on this video, you guys already know that I need an engine mount. So this is a CTS mount. The only reason why I'm running this mount is just because of the fact it's temporary. I'm actually going to be putting the new style Black Forest Industry Stage 1 transmission mount once they are available. You know, we already spoke to Gio about that. Unfortunately, that part was not available. This was about $95, so I'm going to be running this in the car. And the reason for it is because if you look at the transmission mount here, it's completely loose. This is bad. We're actually also going to be cleaning up a lot in the engine bay as well. Felipe said he would do a little bit of cleaning as well. So that's, you know, like stuff like the frame rails and stuff like that. Also another thing that we're going to be replacing is this right here, not the tool that this is holding on right now, but the clutch line itself. So right now, I know this is not like a proper way to keep it from, you know, from leaking out, but we're going to be changing the clutch line later on. As you can see, the fitting's kind of corrosive. It's all corroded and everything. And I don't want to run this line anymore because it's been on the car for 97,000 miles. So I actually ordered an ECS clutch bleeder kit. So that includes a steel braided clutch line, which is this right here. Also, the bleeder block is a billet aluminum, which goes somewhere up there, and you know they'll be able to get that done. But yeah, so boom. This is epic. So literally, this car is probably gonna be like this for the next couple of days. Only couple things that we're waiting for is a new Tyro Sport dead set kit, because of the fact that the old ones were cross-threaded in. So in order for us to put the subframe back in the car, we need to go ahead and make sure that we have a subframe. We need to have the dead set kit to bolt the subframe back up and clean the threads out. I mean, the good thing is that I spoke to the tuner, Rick from Unicorn Motor Developments. The current tune that's on my car with the Litco L450 is technically a base map for the Litco L500. So I don't need to change maps for braking. He told me you could just run it just fine for braking for now. And then once you're ready to do data logs, he'll send me a new map, taking all the timing, pulling all the timing and boost out of it. And then I'll be able to go along my merry way. Now, I know a lot of you guys are thinking, Jay, you said this is completed, but there's some things missing. Yes, there are some things missing. The oil cap, the oil filter housing right there. We're also missing the oil catch can. So as you guys can see here, this is the location of the PCV system. The PCV system we're not using anymore because one, it failed, and two, the application that I'm running. If I run anything, and this is a good tip for you guys, if you're trying to make over 30 psi of boost on a EA 888 engine, the stock PCV cannot keep up with anything over 30 pounds of boost. So I deleted it because I'm going to be making well over 30 pounds of boost. Probably like 33, 34. I don't know exactly yet, but it's going to be around that area. So obviously we have the Racing Line Performance oil catch can kit that will also run as well. And Felipe's just, damn. So guys, this is just an update video for you guys. This is, obviously updating you on everything that's been done so far. We're at the halfway mark. So we're not even at the halfway mark. We're almost done. So obviously the build series will continue with guiding of tuning and everything else. And you'll be able to see those things as well. But I wanted to give you a midway point for you guys. I wanted to give you a midway of a point of where we are with everything. Also, obviously, my transmission is right over there. We have to install the new DKM clutch on there. I know a lot of you guys are saying, like, oh, why am I running that clutch? I like the clutch. It's the only thing that can support the power of what I'm looking for right now. So that's currently what we're doing right now. So, guys, if you did like this video, make sure that you give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to JR14. Also, I keep saying this, and I don't even mention it in a lot of my videos, and it's really screwed up on me that I don't do it. Shout out to these guys. Shout out to European Auto, Felipe, Gio, everybody here at the European Auto team. So I'll put their link to their Instagram down below. Go ahead and give them a follow. If you have any Mark 7 concerns, or if you need to do any repairs on your vehicle, aftermarket or OEM, give these guys a ring. They'll be more than happy to assist you with pricing and further assistance with service. And Felipe is the Volkswagen expert, so he knows absolutely everything. Most likely he will be the one doing the Volkswagens out there if you bring it into the shop. So if you like his work, which I definitely do because everything is mint and organized. That was one thing he told me the other day. I'm like, how do you remember where everything is? He says, organized. I'm organized. So, and that's very true. But I'm rambling. So guys, I hope that you guys do enjoy the day, and you guys always remember, cars are a lifestyle. Take care.